Hi everyone, so today I'm doing something a little different. I'm doing a speed build. So in the speed build, I'll be building the new home for my new sim in my new Let's Play. So let's dive into all of those things. First of all, new home. So I'm building the home in Copperdale. I will be starting with my new sim in high school, doing high school years. So I thought it was only fitting to live in the same world as the high school in Copperdale. So I'm in like the main town section, and I'm building this home. Um, and at first, I actually bulldozed the one that you're seeing right now. But at first, it kind of looks a bit kind of like Willow Creeky with like the shotgun style houses. So I bulldoze it and I base it off of a home behind this one, this kind of green one in the back. You don't really see it that well right now, but I jump into the game later and show you. So this kind of green one at the back, I kind of base it off of that one. And then I am doing that. And also the new sim, we will jump into CAS later to see the new sim so that you can see everything about them, what they look like, to get a little bit of their personality. Um, and for my new Let's Play. So, a little lore drop about me as an individual. I got a PC a few months ago, hence why I started making these. And before that, I had a PlayStation. And on my PlayStation, I basically didn't allow myself to buy a lot of packs because I knew eventually I would get a PC. So why buy packs on my PlayStation if I had to rebuy them when I got a PC? But that meant for honestly about like 2 or 3 years, I didn't have all the packs that I wanted to buy because I was like, I'm gonna wait until I get my PC, and I just kept on putting off getting the PC and putting it off. And now I have it. It's great, but it means I'm like years behind in terms of like Sims pack content and stuff I want to play with and stuff I want to use. So I thought I would try and do a Let's Play to try and get that all over and done with. So the main things I want to play with are high school years, university, and Realm of Magic. So I won't be doing Realm of Magic in this Let's Play, but I will be doing high school years and university, and also Crystal Creations. So the sim I'm playing with, they are a team sim, and I'm going to do high school years with them, send them to university, and during high school and university, their main form of income is going to be creating jewelry with the gemology table. So that's kind of the idea of this Let's Play. It's nothing groundbreaking, it's nothing cool, it's nothing to do with businesses and hobbies, which everyone's doing right now and is probably a more sensible thing to be playing. But I wanted to, go back to the basics that everyone is bored and done with from 5 years ago. When did university came out? It actually was a very long time ago. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing. So let's talk a little bit about this build. So this build is just a kind of typical suburban home. You can see here I'm just doing the floor plan. But in this build, I'm also doing it with a budget as well. So usually when I build, I don't do any gameplay or anything most of the time. So I just build with an unlimited budget, and it means all my homes are like 80,000 simoleons. But I only had 18,500 to start with the sim. So I'm building on a budget, which is kind of scary. But I think considering I'm building with a starter home budget, I did pretty well. Like I got everything in that I needed. I didn't have to get like really, really cheap, ugly things. Was able to get some like furniture pieces that are nice, like the Dream Home Decorator counters and stuff like that. I think it also helps that I'm furnishing like one floor of the of this home. So like a little bit of context for why I'm only furnishing the top floor. I wanted it to be as if my Sim Teddy is renting this converted flat from this family home from the family below. So they turned the upper floor into like a flat for teen sims to live in and rent whilst they go to not university, to high school. And that is what Teddy is renting from them. So it's not actually going to be like renting with for rent or like the roommate system with university. It's literally Teddy technically like owns this lot, but I'm pretending there's a family downstairs that they're renting from, and they just live in the apartment at the top. So because of this, the apartment is pretty bare, because obviously if you move into a new place, they don't give you like decorations and really cool furnishings and stuff. They're just giving you the bare basics that you need. So that's kind of what this build is. And then through Let's Play, through gameplay, Teddy will be able to accumulate the type of items that they want and decorations that they want. So I'm doing it to be quite basic. The only thing that kind of goes against that is I'm using the paranormal stuff sofa, which I absolutely love, but it's covered in like pillows and throws and stuff, which obviously if you move into a new place, they wouldn't usually have that. But I'm just pretending that as soon as Teddy got there, the first thing they unpacked were these pillows and throws, just because I really wanted to use the paranormal stuff sofa because it's really cool and really nice. So I'm furnishing it. I've done the kitchen with the Dream Home Decorator kitchen. Just got the simple dining table, a simple sofa, and a simple TV stand. This is like the main living area. I don't think I actually add anything else in there. I just like change the lights out a little bit. But that's like the main form of the living area. So very simple, but I really like it so far. Okay, so I'm just finishing off the living room. I've also gone with this like the kind of colour that I'm using in the Dream Home Decorator kitchen and the Dream Home Decorator TV stand. I've gone with that kind of theme around the whole home, because also usually if like someone's renting something out, they're going to be having the same colour theme because they just buy it as a set. They're not trying to make it interesting and quirky with lots of different colours and stuff. So I thought that was kind of a really neutral, bland colour that the people renting the apartment to Teddy would be selling to them. But yeah, so I'm starting with the bathroom and I'm moving all the windows around. I feel like it's very common that when you first start building a home, you put the windows in symmetrical places, which makes sense, and then you build the floor plan and you have to move all the windows because there's a shower in the way, or the fridge is in the way, or the kitchen counters are in the way, and you need different windows for the bathroom because they're too big. You don't want a bathroom which is like all windows because that's probably the only room in your home you don't want all windows, because it's, you know, a big invasion of privacy. So I was changing the windows around, but now I'm obviously finishing the bathroom. It's very simple. Again, it's like shower, sink, toilet. I was nice and added a bath mat, but I guess obviously usually when you move into places they wouldn't actually provide a bath mat, but you know. And now I'm focusing on the bedroom. So I think the only kind of aspect of personality in a bedroom is the bedspread, which I really like. High School Years definitely has the best beds out of all the packs. I mean, it literally came with like 10 beds, right? And I love them. So that was like an aspect of personality that I added. But again, pretty simple, really boring rug. Okay, it's not a boring rug, but it's a pretty simple rug. And I'm just adding the curtains around the home now. And we're about to jump into CAS to actually see Teddy for the first time. But this is just a quick overview of the home before we go into CAS. Okay, so legally you all have to be really nice to me here because CAS is probably my least developed skill in The Sims. As I said previously, when I had a PlayStation, all I did was build. I didn't really do much gameplay. I did occasionally, but I definitely did not do CAS. I was definitely one of those people that just put all of my Sims in styled looks. So this is definitely new territory for me, especially because I have a lot more packs now. So there's a lot more clothing items that I haven't seen before. But it was kind of fun. Was I good at it? No, but I was kind of having a good time. And I think it's also because CAS over the years has just definitely gotten a lot better. Like the Sims 4 base game and earlier packs, the clothing items that come with it are honestly atrocious. Definitely something that people don't really wear anymore. I mean, I guess people do. Like fashion is cyclical, and also you don't have to be wearing what's popular. You can just wear what is your style and what makes you comfortable. But personally for me, early Sims 4 was definitely not my style, and it's definitely not what makes me comfortable. So when I was like creating CAS for my Sims, I was very uninspired. There was nothing that was making me be like, oh my god, this is so nice, they'll love this, da da da. I was just like putting them in styled looks of outfits I don't even really like that much, but at least they're dressed and they're not like the generic randomized townies with eyeball rings and like 4 hats walking around the place, you know. But yeah, so I'm starting with the everyday outfit. I give Teddy 5 everyday outfit looks, but all the rest of the outfit categories only have one. So this is also when I'm starting to develop Teddy's personality. Like I'm going to include a lot of yellow because I decide that's Teddy's favorite color. So as you can see with all of the different outfits, there's at least one aspect of yellow in all of their outfits going forward, which is kind of fun because personally my favorite color is green, like an emerald foresty green, and you will find that every time I am going outside of the house I have at least one item of clothing that is that color, because it's my favorite color and it's everything that I wear now, and everything that I own is actually becoming a problem because now I own too many green things that I can't wear them together. But you know, this is not about me, this is about Teddy. So I'm going through the everyday looks, and I'm adding this ring to their everyday outfit, and also these sunflower earrings. I wanted to add a lot more of like crystal creation gems and like jewelry, but I couldn't find them in CAS. I don't know if they're not there or just because, as I said, CAS is not my place to be. I probably missed them. But I realized also with gameplay, Teddy can create these items, and if they're really nice, then they can keep them for themselves and wear them, especially if they're ones that have like moodlet effects due to the specific gems, so that can help them as well. So I decided to keep it simple with that like one yellow ring, and the cool sunflower earrings, which are really pretty. But yeah, so I'm going through now adding that ring. I originally had it as blue and changing it to yellow because I decide that Teddy is a yellow kind of sim. So this is the introduction of Teddy. This is the sim who I start with. A they them baddie. As a fellow they them person myself, I wanted to play with a nice little they them sim. I've used the new practice makes perfect trait and the loyal trait to start them out with. I also put them as, I think I put them as the Renaissance sim aspiration. But yeah. Oh, also this waistcoat. I was like, oh my god, I love it. And then I turned it around. I saw that lace on the back, and I do not like it, but I didn't want to pick something else. So I just turned Teddy right back around and pretending that I can't see the back, so it's not my problem. I also go through later and add likes and dislikes for Teddy, to kind of get aspects of the personality. But again, with gameplay, we can see what else other things they like and dislike. Like I obviously said that they like gemology and they like yellow, and other things I just kind of made up. And then we can see what type of thing they turn out to be. So now I'm selecting their sleepwear. I actually go back and change this a little bit later because I see something in party wear which I want them to be as their sleepwear. One thing about CAS, I mean, I guess this happens in build mode too, but I don't really look at categories or colors that much in build mode. I just kind of know the library pretty well and know what I'm looking for. But one thing about CAS, there'll be things under like party wear, and I'm like, what? That definitely is not really like party wear, or you know, things, the categories, the tagging of categories in Sims in general, but I feel like specifically in CAS, it's just really off. So I really don't like when I'm in a different category and then it's specified for like cold weather or party or whatever. I usually try and get rid of the tag because I know I'm definitely missing some things that I would like, and I personally would consider the category that the Sims team did not consider the category, or maybe they just like mistagged things. I don't know. But I do find that quite annoying. And also, I think that also makes sense why a lot of townie sims will just be wearing the most random things. I think, maybe this is a controversial opinion, but I think that townie sims should just generically have like styled looks. They either need to get sims from the gallery, or like each townie sim has like different styled looks when they become auto generated, because I'm sick of having the weirdest outfits walking around where I'm like at the bar or like at the gym and Sims are wearing the craziest things, like 4 pairs of hats and like an eyeball ring and like a different hairstyle and different hair color than their everyday look. You know, it just doesn't make sense. So I feel like that's maybe something that the Sims team should do. I don't know if that's controversial though. I guess there's only so many styled looks, so some of the Sims will look the same, but I'd actually rather Sims be wearing the same thing than Sims be wearing crazy outfits. But yeah, so now I'm doing Teddy's hot weather wear. Again, yellow is a theme for everything. So one thing I want to think about when it comes to Teddy is what are they going to be doing when they're at university? Like, are they going to be a cheerleader? Are they going to be on the football team? I don't know why I mentioned those two because they're definitely not going to be doing that. They could be in chess club. They could be, is it like a computer science club or something? Coding club or whatever? I think it would be cool for them to have a after school activity, especially because they won't have like a part-time job that's like within the Sims careers. It will be like a freelance kind of jewelry making thing. I don't know, but I'm really trying to like think of that whilst I'm making them, and also kind of what their story will be. So as I'm finishing up on their outfits, we're now going to their likes and dislikes. So we're obviously again liking gemology, liking yellow. I wanted to have at least one like and one dislike in every category, so that's what I'm doing here. And then obviously other things will be added as likes and dislikes as playing with Teddy goes along. But here's an overview of all of their outfits. I really like them. I kind of had fun in CAS, which is new for me, something I maybe should do more. Actually, I'm saying that and I know it's definitely not going to be the case. I definitely will not be in CAS more, but I am liking Teddy as a sim. Okay, so we're in the game. And this is the build. It's very simple. I was really trying to base it based off of this home over here. Obviously this one is a bit more complicated than this one. Due to the limited funds that I had, I wanted to keep this quite simple. I would have loved to like paved this flooring out here. First of all, I don't even know if we do have matching flooring in the game, but even if we did, that's going to cost me a lot of money that I want to save for my sim right now. So I've left them with 4,158 simoleons to start with. The build is pretty simple. I wanted it to be simple, as I said. I wanted it to be a very empty build that the homeowner in the floor below just left the tenants with the basics, and then they can go in, decorate and add to the build as they please. So I am just now realizing it's always good to go back into the build a second time, because I'm realizing there's no curtain for this one, so I'm going to do that there. And also, since I concluded the speed build, I added an outdoor bin, I added fire alarm, I added a thermostat and the new burglar alarm. But yeah, just as a very quick overview, so we have the kitchen against the back wall here, we have a dining table, we have a sofa and a TV console with obviously nothing on it. Very simple, just a bedside table, bed, rug, dresser, very simple bathroom with a bath mat as well. Toilet paper roll, actually, I will be adding. It's an extra 50 simoleons down the drain. Oh, okay, so I don't have move objects on right now, but that's okay, like that. Should be fine. So thank you so much for watching. I don't actually know when this Let's Play will start. I think it will be in a couple of weeks. Essentially just a little lore drop about how this filming and my videos work. I will film and edit on a weekend where I have no plans. So I'll spend the Saturday filming and the Sunday editing. So I didn't have any plans this weekend, hence why I'm making this video. I'm not entirely sure when my next weekend with no plans will be, but that is when the Let's Play will drop. I do think I'm going to be able to film at least 2 Let's Play episodes at the same time. I think with the length of time that I'll be able to play, that will probably be like 2 episodes worth of content. But obviously the editing takes time too. I don't know if I'll be able to drop them simultaneously, like one week after the other, or if there will still be a couple of weeks space between videos, but I guess you can see as the videos come out. I'm very excited to start this Let's Play, and if you're watching, if you want to watch the Let's Play too, that would be great. You just have to subscribe and then you can find out when the videos come out. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Bye.